Hello.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of We're Not on Drugs, We Promise. I am your host, and these are your lovely, beautiful co-hosts, and today we have a special guest. But before I get started, Mooncast will not be joining us for this episode. I don't know why. I cannot get a hold of them for today, so they will not be here. But our third guest, our third co-host that we've been talking about, he cannot make it, and so we decided to replace him with a new guy. So, Firefly, introduce yourself.
Yo, what's up, party people? Again, just called Firefly. I was kind of blindsided from this, so I don't have an introduction per se.
Just say your name, who like your pronouns, obviously, and then just say your favorite color and sexuality, and that's be about it. That's all you really need for an introduction these days.
I guess he, him, favorite colors, purple, sexuality, asexual.
All right. And Andy, would you like to say hi and have our special guest introduce themselves?
Hi. Okay. Hi, I am Nick. They, it. And my favorite color is, blue and purple. Oh, and I'm a lesbian.
Yeah, so I got a very special
long-term project
topic for today. Today was supposed to be a special episode, and that got rescheduled for next week. So today I decided to grab a subject I was going to hold on for a while and do it today. And so today's subject, we're talking about relationships and breakups. This is a part two. Yes, a part two of something I recorded back in 2022. Anyways.
So this is like a long-term project you have made.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, this is a part two to something I recorded back with one of my previous co-hosts. We are not in contact anymore. For those of you who are wondering, me and Zane are not in contact anymore. And I don't want to speak on the subject. And anyways, yeah, speaking of exes, who would like to start us off with a wonderful story about theirs?
Next month's too.
Okay, this is
All right.
most recent breakup. We dated twice.
Oh, this is sad.
I dated the preacher's daughter.
Goddamn.
Okay, so me and her were like really good friends for like 2 years. And then one of our other friends she told one of our other friends on the bus, who was her really close friend, and they went up to me at breakfast, because we all sat at the same breakfast table, and said, she likes you, do you like her back, do you want to be her girlfriend? And I was like, sure. Very, very funny thing. And then we had to break up because I told one of our friends, and they told, and he told his boyfriend at the time. And you're looking at me like,
oh,
I'm Oliver. And his boyfriend didn't like me at all. And he told my then girlfriend's brother, who then told their parents. So we had to break up.
that was the first time they dated.
Yeah.
And then the second time it was a repeat, so.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I have to do this. But as soon as you said you dated the preacher's daughter, I'm just like, forgive me, mommy, for I have sinned.
I love bringing it up.
It's like, honestly, whenever someone's like, Yeah, you got no game. She's like, I dated the preacher's daughter.
So, I mean, whatever.
I mean, put that on the top of the list. You have us all beat. uh, uh, yeah. Anyways, Andy, you have any lovely
Which one
stories
do I
of your
want
own?
Matthew.
A lot of them.
A golden one. Okay, so there was this girl that I was friends with. Okay, we were normal friends. I was 8 at the time, by the way. She was the same age as me. And she was a grade above me because she skipped a grade. And, I went over to her house for the first time and I spent the night. That night was the most interesting night I've ever had.
Ah.
We made out multiple times. And it happened multiple nights.
This is the first time hearing about this. And you can share it.
You sounds like you're very proud of it.
Yeah,
I think she is.
I'm sorry, but I kind of have a ground rule of like, if you have not dated, if you two have not been dating for more than a week, it don't count.
No, it was like a year.
It counts. Yeah.
You can consider each other girlfriend and girlfriend.
You may kiss the bride. Yeah.
No,
Uh,
one time I was breaking out and she thought that I got her pregnant. So.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I know that you told me that, and I just didn't know it was the same.
Anyways, Firefly. Any stories on the top of your head?
Sure. I got a weird one, and I still don't know if it's true. So back in the year 2023, this is after I graduated high school at the ripe old age of 19. I had originally started a janitorial job in for third shifts in like a kindergarten. We got to clean up all the messes. I met a girl there that was a little wild, which honestly is preferable to my tastes. And she worked there alongside us for similar hours. I got to know her pretty damn well, but this is again early in my dating career, where technically she was my first in contact person that I had asked to date. Eventually, after a month of getting to know her, she claimed she had DID, and I still don't know how to associate what is real and what is faking. So she might have had it or something.
Okay.
But apparently the other one, it seemed different enough. It seemed fine. I took her on a date to movies, made out, etc. But unfortunately, that was cut off due to me having to go to the military. Boot camp, they kind of cut you off from electronics. But I made sure to text her as much as I can. Unfortunately, no response for some damn reason. And apparently she broke it off through text after boot camp, claiming she wanted to travel when she herself admitted she was shit with money. So yeah, I got broken up over text over that one. But the weirdest thing was apparently she claimed her other identity was personal identity was like a wolf or something. I don't know too much into DID, but that was probably the weirdest ex I had.
First off, I have thoughts. I have several thoughts on that. As a person with DID, I'm a bit of an expert myself. Weird question about this ex of yours. Um, did they ever claim to have one of their alters like? Did they ever claim that one of their alters like died? Basically, is what I'm asking.
No, it just says there's just them two in there.
Uh, yeah, alters can be animals, so it
Okay.
is believable. So yeah,
Okay.
I mean, yeah. Anyways,
Which,
yeah. Also, the fact that she claimed that she wanted to travel, but then she also admitted that she was a broke bitch.
she was working at his janitorial job. You don't make much from that. Like,
I
it's
know, right?
not for travel. And she's like, I want to explore myself. And I was like, okay, so is this what I think it is? She said yes. I'm like, okay, well, hope you have a great day. All right, have a great day, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I will admit, though, and even now, but especially back then, I was obsessed with things in regards to the mind. So I found dissociative identity disorder, tulpas, anything in relation to things from the mind I didn't understand. I was drawn to it. I don't know. It's just something about the shit I don't know, but I enjoy just drives me. So I swear half of that was just fascination.
I have a question.
Huh?
Firefly, do you like unusual things and not knowing the unknown?
You have no. Why do you think I fucking world build? I create shit that shouldn't exist.
I create words that shouldn't exist, but
Sunny can attest to that. I mean, he's inside a server. He's probably still sorting through all the shit. But
I can create characters.
You're having me sort through basically the Bible in every single goddamn language.
I organize it. I organize it all. Trust me, buddy. Trust me. Hey, buddy, you want to know something? This is just one of the role plays we're doing.
I know. I know.
Divine Tales is just the longest lasting one. We still have at least a dozen other role plays.
You're having me sort through the Bible, every Harry Potter book ever made, and then some. So
I organize it all for you. Stop complaining. And that
we are very
buddy. If you think that's the fucking Bible, I'm gonna drive you through the entire Earth's history.
Have an elaboration,
when I explain
please.
the role play.
Please, I need context.
All right, I'll get on the elaboration. So myself and two other friends are the main creators of this text-based roleplay world building, where we're all the DMs and we're all the players at the same time. We roleplay from the perspective of gods. So we create the worlds, but then we're unspoken rules of obviously you can't be overpowered as fuck without reason. Now, me as being the general world builder and the most contributed to the movie, I revolved the story around my main character, Thorn, God of Chaos. He the main antagonist of the entire story. This roleplay has been going on for 2 years. We recently restarted it because we wanted to fix some of the loose threads. And so we based off about a century before the Great War between the gods. And when I say this is going on for 2 years, I'm not talking about on and off. I'm talking about nearly daily. We are writing the equivalent of 500 word essays in paragraphs alone with each other. If you think you're reading through the Bible and all of Harry Potter books, then I'm going to subjugate you to the entire natural course of history based off of year by year basis. That is the comparison to what I give you in server compared to the actual role play itself.
yeah.
That was long elaboration that my mind almost didn't intake all that knowledge, but okay.
Trust me, most people cannot handle it, and I break their entire fucking brain when I try to explain shit. You try making a dynamical magic system.
Joke's on you. My brain is already broken, so I can handle it. Yeah. Anyways. Back on topic, moving on. I have a pretty crazy story of relationships and stuff, everything. Since you mentioned it, not you mentioned it, but since I mentioned it earlier, why not talk about Zane? Yes, Zane. He was if you have been here since the beginning, you know Zane is my first ever co-host for this podcast. and you know bits and bobs on how we got together and everything, but let me tell you, you don't know the whole story, and I'm about to dive deep. For those of you who are not just now listening to this and you don't know who the fuck Zane is, Zane is an ex of mine. We dated back in 2020, I want to say. Like 2021 through like 2020 through 2022 is when we dated. Friggin' it was crazy. First off, let me say this. I was okay. I met this friend on this app that doesn't exist anymore, and I got their Snapchat. We were talking on Snapchat, and I wanted to call them. I was like, I was in the car, and I was bored as shit because we were on a fucking long ass road trip. But anyways, I wanted to give them a call and like check up on them and everything, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, I can't call because parent issues and everything." And they're like, "Hey, I think I have an idea. Let me contact my brother, and I can just say you're one of my brother's friends." And I'm like, "Okay, cool, do that." So they talk to their brother. Their brother says yes. Their brother is Zane, by the way. Anyways, they introduce me to their brother Zane, and we start talking. And Zane's in a relationship with this guy named Jax. At the time of when we got together at the time. Zane was in a relationship with this guy named Jax. We start talking, starting to get to know each other, like small questions, like small talk, like how are you, like what's your favorite color, etc. And it's going great until the fact that they bring up in conversation. They're just like, oh yeah, me and my boyfriend Jax here. We are thinking about opening our relationship and doing a poly relationship. And I'm like, cool. Let me know how that goes. I'm curious myself because at the time I was a cis white male. Who thought they were bisexual. They're like, they're like, yeah, let me go and let me go, like, keep me touched. I want to know how that is. I'm a little bit curious on that myself. And they're like, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they're just like, okay, you're dating us now. And I'm like, okay, I guess this is happening. So we start dating. The relationship goes pretty well, as one might in the first years of a polyamorous relationship. Goes pretty well. And then, after a few years of dating, uh, we all break up. Like me, them, and Jax all together. We all break up, and we all decide to stay friends, and we get together with other people and everything. And uh, I was bored one day, and I was talking with Zane, and I'm like, "Hey, want to create a podcast with me?" And they're like, "Sure." So we created this podcast. We're not on drugs, we promise. That's how this podcast was created. And for a while, everything was fine, and everything was great until years later, we stopped talking. We drift apart. They become a memory, and I fucking hate their guts. So, yeah, that is what's going on today with them. And that is basically the short version of our entire relationship from beginning to end. What do you guys think? Yeah.
Can you tell
I
us
don't
why?
think I see exactly where you're hating their guts. Either that or I missed something.
Yeah. Andy, yes, what did you want to say?
Can you explain why you hate their guts?
Yeah, sure. Let me get into that. Um, okay, the reason I hate their guts is because the entire time we've been broken up with, just out of nowhere, they decided, I'm going to be a fucking bitch. I don't know where that came from, but they start spreading rumors about me online that I was a terrible relationship partner. I was a terrible boyfriend girlfriend. Because I became trans while I was dating them. So I was a terrible partner. I was a terrible boyfriend slash girlfriend. I was toxic as shit, according to them. If you listen to them, and I I was just the devil himself, according to Zane. So, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. You can see it now. Yeah.
I for some reason I've heard way too many of those type of relationships ending that way. I don't know why people get so upset
Uh,
and just decide
yeah.
to start doing that.
I don't know either. Andy, you get the picture?
Yeah, I got the picture, but Nix wants to talk about another one of her relationships.
Go ahead. Feel free. We got all the time in the world.
Yes. Okay, so I dated. This was my first girlfriend. Um, and so first girlfriend, she gave me a note at lunch, and we dated for like 3 years, and then I swear she just forgot we were dating. And then, I was talking about it to one of my other friends. We all do archery together.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and they were like, we were talking about relationships, and one of my friends was like, "Oh, like how you used to date Audrey," and I was like, and Audrey was next to us.
And yeah.
Anyways, and they denied ever dating me, and that was something. That was something. Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds like something. The fact that you dead named your friend is crazy on air, too.
You throw out for me by accident.
Okay.
I
Ma'am.
I had okay. The reason I had to say that the way I did was because I'm going to edit that out, and the listeners are going to be confused otherwise. But yeah.
Oh. I didn't know your name. My singer name is also Andy. Andy, not dead name. Hate you. I hate myself. Hey, hate yourself only. I can hate you. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
Andy.
Anyways, if you've been listening to this podcast from beginning to now, you know my dead name. So it's common. Because when I started this, I was still a cis man. So you know my dead name. So any of y'all out there that are listening to this that know my dead name, please do not refer to me as my dead name in the comments or anywhere online, or even if you see me in public. Um. Anyways, Firefly, you hit us with a relationship story.
Sure, I got another one. Uh, so this one was more recent. This one was actually my last one. It didn't last very long, but it lasted long enough. It wasn't in person, but it was like online, but mostly in calls and texts, etc. This was back in what we like to call BW or Britannia's world. It's considered a toxic environment, and it's technically dead since I helped bring it down. But there was a girl in that server that was like bossy and bratty, but then again, that kind of drew me in some ways because I like taking care of people. So we first started working together. She was considered the unofficial queen of that kingdom inside that world. It's a Minecraft server. Uh, a lot of that thing was a blurb. I mean, this lasted for maybe a total of a month online. The issue is that she was toxic, but in a weird way, and she would always come up with excuses for everything. Even when I was presenting solutions, it was either her way or the highway. For basically everything. And turns out, later found out that she kind of hops from guy to guy. Eventually, I did break it off from her due to, what was it? Oh, yeah, it was. Okay, so this was a weird one. I was like sleep deprived, and so I went a little crazy messing around. Nothing bad, but like in Minecraft, and apparently she doesn't like when builds are messed with even in a minor fun way. And then I said something that was very personal, and then she kind of ghosted me afterwards. The way I found out was that she hopped from guys to guys was immediately after she got with somebody else. And then in, like maybe 2 weeks after, she got with someone else. But the thing is that I noticed is she only dated those with whom she deemed had some sort of power. Like with me, I was in head admin of a server. The next guy was in charge of a server, and then the next guy was in charge of some other server. And the funny thing is, she apparently exposed the personal information bits that I gave to her to everybody and called me a creep for confiding in her. Fortunately, I was close with her next boyfriend and we pressured her to delete it because she screenshotted the personal conversation. I'm just glad she's out of my fucking life, but if I could ruin her like I ruined the last guy who tried to cross me and be a complete child, I would take that chance. But that's in the past now. My headphones aren't working.
From what I caught, valid. But I'll edit my thoughts on the story in post production because I'm going to listen to it then because I had to go grab something. And if running back to your podcast was an Olympic sport, I would have the gold medal.
False, I beat you. You have no idea the things I've leaped over to get to shit I like to do. But yeah, I'm done with my story.
Anyways,
I give you some. I'm gonna tell you all what just happened. When we just muted and we said Andy would get the gold medal for the Run podcast, she went up to her wall where she has her archery trophy, her archery medal, and grabbed it. Oh.
yeah. But anyways, Andy, you have a story you want to tell? Another one, obviously.
Oh, another one. Okay. Ironic. Again, Matthew.
Okay, let's do Matthew. That's a long story, but let's go ahead.
We are there. So.
What about you?
I hate most people.
Most people. Okay, that's a fair valid.
Okay. One of our co-hosts is a man, so she doesn't hate men, and she's willing to be here. So.
Oh, sorry. Andy,
can you stop chewing on my head?
No.
But yeah, Andy, let's hear this story.
It was 2025. Okay, he was my best friend, like, and we went to this dance together because I was lonely as fuck and wanted to go with someone. So we go to this dance, and this is the most dumbest part of the story. We're dancing around, right? We're having fun. I'm talking to one of my friends. He goes behind me, gets down on one knee with a ring pop. What? And I turn around and he's like, "Will you be my girlfriend?"
I didn't know this. I didn't know this.
I know you didn't.
You just should have been like, nah, later.
I said no, and then he got mad. And what's funny is that I said no and laughed and then stole the ring pop because I wanted the ring pop. The ring pop didn't even fit my finger, by the way.
Ben. Sorry.
And so
Okay, was it at least a good flavor?
I don't remember what flavor it was, but it was pretty good. Of
Anyways,
course, I think
continue.
Anyways,
Okay, well,
so he gets pissed off. He goes to his cousin and his girlfriend and starts ranting on. Okay, I had a crush at the time that was like in the it was a 7th grader. Yeah, or 9th grader. Sorry. But I'm sitting there and he's ranting about how this dude is the problem. This dude is in my way of getting this girl. No, I just didn't want to be with my best friend. And so, my ex, her name's Laylan, and she walks up to me and she's like, "Why is Matthew ranting about how this 9th grader is in his way of getting you?" I'm like, "What 9th grader?" Because there was a bunch that were really hot, okay? And so she's like, "This name, not gonna say for private issues, but I'm gonna say their names.
I'm gonna need the names later.
You already know.
Oh,
He's my neighbor.
Oh, got it.
Okay. And I'm like, that's not true, but whatever. And so I practically got forced into this relationship. And yeah, I'm sitting there and he's like, "Be my girlfriend." And I'm like, "Whatever. Fuck off. Fine." And so this relationship goes on for about 2 months, I want to say. 2 months? Was it 2 months?
3. I love 3.
3 months? Well,
2.5.
December, January, February. So, about 3 months. On Valentine's Day, he breaks up with me.
I forgot. Was it at your house?
That's a dick
Yep.
move.
He broke up with me, and then he goes on to rumor about how I cheated on him, and I am a bitch and a slut because I didn't like him in the first place, and I started dating someone that actually liked me, and I liked him. So, and then he called me a slut, and that I'm a cocksucker, and that I cheated on him, and so it just goes on and on and on, and yeah, I full on told him to fuck off, and if he ever does another rumor about me, I will slit his fucking throat. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to butt in about something. I realized,
She was at my house at that day, and
I was
we
at
took
that-
her to
I-
her. And he walked over to me and said, "We're breaking up. We're over." God, cocksucker. Because he was rumored to be gay.
So is your current boyfriend.
Yeah.
I call her current boyfriend and his best friend dating. I just call them each other's boyfriend.
Boys.
Yeah. Okay. I would like to, because I don't know if any of y'all know. Okay, this is about me, preacher's daughter, and the guy who told her brothers. The reason why he hated me was I'm pretty sure he's homophobic.
Yeah.
And I was using he pronouns for for our friend who was a girl when they were dating him. Yeah, so it kind of sounded very weird. I was gonna bring that up.
He was rumored to be a girl, or at one point.
Yeah, no, he remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. He did confirm it, and he was rumored, and it was true. Yeah.
When they didn't come before they came out, we called her trans shoe because they had the trans flag on their shoe.
Yeah, and they didn't realize it was trans until we told them. So
Never changed it.
they never changed it. So it just made more of the rumors true.
And it was very funny because they just kind of dropped it on us. We were just like PE one day, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I'm a guy." And
Yeah.
we were like, we called it. Half of us were like, we called it. The other half was like, huh?
I didn't even realize what was that screech.
What was that?
I didn't even realize what was happening until he. Sorry.
Like gender fluid?
I don't know.
I don't know. We don't know at this point.
Until it. We're gonna until it said, "Yeah, my name's Oliver."
Yeah.
Okay,
Ollie.
Oliver.
I've always told what did you like that?
Okay, we're done.
It would seem that the giggling has stopped and the story is over, Sonny.
Yes, I can tell. I have ears. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, that was very interesting. But I just have one question.
Or who? Nix or Andy?
Andy, of course. You said he was rumored to be gay.
Yes.
Was he actually gay?
Oh, we don't know. We don't know.
Someday.
They didn't even gather the data, exterminate them.
I know it. Anyways, now that we have those stories, I guess I can tell another one. So, get this. Back in, I want to say,
Prehistoric times.
when I was around 14, 15, I want to say,
Yep.
I was dating this person online. Their name was Cybex. I don't know if that's still their name or if they changed it, but their name was Cybex. And Cybex was an interesting character. We dated for a while, decent relationship, we had a all right relationship. I wouldn't say it was toxic, wouldn't say it was normal. I'd say it was a all right relationship altogether. I can't remember all the details about the relationship, but I do remember, and I don't know why, but somehow after we broke up, I just hated them. We agreed to be friends still, but I secretly hated them. And they invited me to a Discord server of theirs, which held all of their exes. And this Discord server had all of their exes. And these exes of theirs, by the way, friggin', they were interesting people, to say the least. They also secretly hated them after they broke up. Coinky dink. So we started our own Discord server for all the exes that hated Cybex. And it was great. It was crazy. Quinkadink, most of their exes from Australia. They have a type, I guess you could say, because most of their exes were from Australia and they lived here in the United States. But yeah, that's basically everything I can remember about that relationship. Any thoughts?
Definitely interesting for sure. And
Um,
the other two so
Nick,
quiet.
Nix, do you have Andy, Nix, do you have any thoughts? Are you
Did
even
they?
here?
Did they just? Did they
Did
die?
did you dip?
They up and left. Sonny, did you eat them? No.
What the fuck? I'm not a cannibal.
You ate them, you monster.
They just texted. They said their phone died.
Their phone might have died. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Either that or their mic's not working. Maybe you should text them. Maybe they left for some reason. They just got up and left. Oh, I see. Right
Yeah,
there. Yep, phone died. Okay.
yeah.
They're gonna say, "Oh, we can't." Maybe. It doesn't have a mic. Oh, so they're listening, but that's we can't do a podcast if you're not speaking.
If you're not speaking, you know. Anyways, when your phone at least.
Somebody
All right.
speak.
All right. So when your phone goes to a plug your phone in, and when it gets to a decent percentage to where you can use it, and it still charges at the same time, turn it back on and rejoin the call. Until then, just listen. Uh, so until then, just listen. Firefly, you got another interesting story?
Had two other relationships before, although one of them didn't last for too long. So up, I'm trying to decide on which one. Although the first one's kind of boring. I guess we could go for my longest one. So before the last one in which I spoke, which was the last story, I back when I was in the military and I was back at my first base. I went on onto some dating apps, which I was already aware it wasn't gonna be high of a chance, but you know what? I was stationed there for a while anyway, so might as well figure see if there's anything there. And apparently I matched with someone and we started texting. Apparently they live 30 minutes away, so I'm like, okay, I mean, when I get time I could probably drive over. Obviously there's the risk of, being at the other end, oh, person not showing up. There's the obvious issues. Nope, they left us. Oh shit. When I did arrive, I found out that it was why there were so many photos they had on the dating site was mainly of just their face, because the body was not exactly how I was expecting. Didn't matter too much with me because obviously it was the first physical in that I'd had in a while. It didn't really matter. I stayed with her for a while. There were
Yeah.
some issues, but it was mostly a good relationship. Other than some issues I found. You ever had someone who was too submissive?
Mm, not that I can think of.
Okay, well, everything I said or anything I did, she agreed with. Like, to an unnatural degree, and even in, like, the bedroom. Way too much. That was, like, one of the
Yeah.
biggest issues I had. Oh, they're back. Hey.
Welcome back.
That was probably one of the biggest issues. Other than that, the only real reason why I did leave her was because they had kicked me out of the military. And apparently the quote that they give second, third, and fourth chances did not apply to me. Probably because I picked one of the hardest jobs to do in the military. It still didn't make any sense, but oh well. The past is in the past, like I said before. Obviously, it was sad on both ends, but I did keep in contact with her for a while afterwards, and it kind of just faded away. This really isn't one of the bad relationships, other than some issues I had with it. Because I already said the other two. Those are probably the only two out there ones.
Yeah. Andy and Nix. Do you,
I have one. Nix is busy doing something right now, but I'm gonna go with the longest one I've ever kept. Shockingly, this went on for 5 years, about 5 years. Um, so it started in 2020, and I was at a different school. He was like a transfer student, and his name is Jackson. And he got with my best friend at first. I was dating my ex that I'm no best friends with. And my ex broke up with me, and then he broke up with my best friend, and then us two got together, and then my best friend and my ex got together. So it was kind of weird, and we just like chilled, dated basically. Like it was a normal like, yeah, we're together, but we don't talk relationship. This was in like second grade.
yeah.
Um.
Yeah.
So it was we she my best friend broke up with my ex, and then sorry I got interrupted. But then she got because I was dating her ex, and she said, "You're dating my boyfriend," and I was like, "No, I'm not. He broke up with you." And it was like a full-on argument between all four of us. And then she was like, "You're such a traitor," and I'm like, "We both dated each other's exes. I don't want to hear it." And so, because the only reason I started dating him was to get back at her because she started dating my ex and it got really bad.
Never
Oh
ends
yeah.
well. I always hear it's like near bloodshed from both sides.
Yeah.
To say the least, yeah. Oh, sorry. Sorry, continue.
And then yeah. And then like fast forward to like a month of us dating, and then she starts up some shit about him cheating on me and shit, and I'm like, I thought we were friends, like, because he wasn't cheating on me. I know he wasn't because I check his phone every single week. So that's some bullshit.
Damn. Does he know
And
this?
So,
I don't ever. I say to her, like, because she's being a bitch. Don't ever talk to me again. We are done being friends. And then yeah, then we just and then the dude I was dating, he nonstop wanted to show me very inappropriate photos of himself, and refused to take no as an answer. So and yeah, so it ended up as me breaking up with him, and he hates my guts to this day. So yeah.
okay. That is very valid. I just
Yep.
wanted to jump. I just wanted to say that the Cybex story that I told, the timeline was incorrect. It happened in 2022, so I would have been around 16, 17. But, yeah, I want to say, but yeah, that's fun. Um, yeah, that's a fun story. Here's one for you. This was before Zane, I want to say, if I remember correctly. It could have been after Zane. I don't really know the timeline of events on this story, but basically, I was dating this dude named Sebastian, I believe was his name. I know it started with an S. I'm bad at names. I believe his name was Sebastian. Um, we were dating. We were fine. Um, he lived in uh Pennsylvania. Um, he we were dating for a while. Um, I worked at this goat farm at the time. Um, we had a nice relationship until the point where he broke up with me because get this, he calls me. I just got home from work. I'm tired as shit, right? And he insists on calling me and introducing me to one of his friends, right? And I'm tired. I already don't want to deal with the world right now. So I agreed to take the call because it's him. And so we hop on a call. He introduces me to them. Um we chilling, we vibing, and I'm just like trying to stay awake, doing everything I can. Um my mind he asked me a question, okay? My mind, I don't at the time I didn't hear what he said. But later events comes around and it's revealed he asked me if I found his friend attractive. But I thought he said something else at the time, I swear to God. And I said yes because I thought he said something else. And later, like I said, later events reveals that he asked if I found his friend attractive. But he gets pissed at me because I said yes, and my hands are tied because I'm tired as shit. Already don't want to deal with the world, and B, I and B, I swear to God, I thought he said something else. I can't remember what I thought he said, but it was definitely not what he did say. And so I'm like, hey, there's nothing I can do besides try to tell him what's going on. I tried to tell him, hey, I thought you said something else, and he doesn't want to hear it. He breaks up with me, and then we kind of agree to continue as friends. And I have to move my dad. I have to move my boss. Me and my dad have to move my boss at the goat farm. We have to move her to Pennsylvania because she's moving back home to Pennsylvania. So that was a long ass road trip, and that was pretty fun. And I did not encounter my ex at all, but I did visit my sister in Niagara Falls. And last time I checked about Sebastian, last time I checked on him, he was he was worried about he said something about he might be going into a mental hospital, and then I never heard from him again. So there's the story there.
I've been in the whatever it's called, the falls. It's pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I also had it was the first time of me having boba.
I've never had boba. Well,
It's it's amazing. It is delicious. I recommend it.
Andy, I'm not muted. Okay.
But yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway, yeah, that's fun. Yeah. Um, Firefly. Any thoughts?
Yeah.
So when you say it was your first time having boba, is it that like just boba or alcohol? That alcohol being your first?
Uh, just boba.
Alcohol?
I don't think I've ever tasted that. Oh no, that's boba. Shit, that's not alcohol. That's tea. Fuck. I
I was
was mixed up
confused.
like shit. Like wait a damn second. What it tastes like? I've never had boba tea.
Wait. Technically, I stole one of my friend's drinks, and it had a little bit of boba in it. But yeah.
Dare you?
Okay. Well, they told me to watch their drink, so I took a few sips. They were gone. I stole it.
Germ.
Okay,
Give
someone
them
stole.
your germs.
I couldn't buy anything. Well, we thought someone stole my money.
What?
Okay, this was recently. I can talk about it. So we went on. Oh my god, you better not die. Keep going. We went on our state tournament. We went to state finals for archery, and right when we got off the bus, and we got into the like competition place, I couldn't find my wallet. So we were all looking, thinking I dropped it out of my back pocket. Turns out one of my friends slipped it into the hidden slot in my Nike backpack, and they bolted off because they were the first ones to shoot, and they didn't tell me. And so we spent like 3 hours looking for it, and I didn't have any money.
See, did you sucker punch that friend?
I stole a drink.
Next week, you need to come back. Better come back. That was 3 hours. I heard who, and then it faded.
He also got me a phone. That was the thing. Because I had broken my other phone at Andy's house, and he gave me one of his other phones to borrow.
How did you break a phone?
Well, we don't really know what happened. We woke up and it was shattered. Well, it had a crack in it, and then I put it in my back. Huh?
Did someone sit on it? What?
No. Okay, we went to sleep. I put it on her nightstand. We woke up, and it was on the ground, and it had a little crack in it. And I put it in my backpack, and I had a bunch of stuff in it, and it how TVs, they just got like a bunch of those lines in it, and then it got progressively worse over the day.
I see.
Yeah.
Fun.
And the phone that he gave me had a lot of water damage already, and it just hasn't turned on yet. I've had it for like 3 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks. So what have y'all been doing today?
I mean, currently I'm trying to write a backstory in regards to how Thorn lost his wife, and which is why he got stuck in a time loop for a long time.
That's cool. Me and Andy.
Yes, it's called world building.
Nice. I don't technically. I create I make OCs, so I just kind of chill with backstories.
Yeah, backstories are like it's like world building, but like individual to NPCs or players.
Yeah, but most of my backstories all net into each other, so technical world building.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Currently, my friend is currently making me write a love song between our two characters because they're married, I think. Yeah, they're married.
That sounds like a great
and
concept.
This friend is the preacher's daughter.
That sounds like a great concept to put in like D&D, but like builds off bloodline character player.
Okay, our teacher made us we have our science teacher is letting us create our own constellation and myth behind it. So I just copied the myth about one of my OCs, and me and Andy had to write it and type it out because I have horrible handwriting. Like an hour today, you're typing it out on her computer.
Let's go. You know that there are apps now that you can just scan the wordings, and if it's clear enough, it'll turn it into text.
Yeah, but not my handwriting. So we just ended up just typing it out on Word and printing it. And if my teacher says anything about me copying it, I'm just gonna show her the original paper.
Well, yeah, I mean,
did you want this?
What?
I'm like, did you want this one? Okay.
Let's see.
Hmm.
Where'd Sunny go?
Yeah, I don't think I've heard the other one talk. I don't know who that is.
The other.
Oh, that's just
Yes.
I know that was someone. It's just an icon.
Sunny has vanished from the podcast. Yes.
We kicked him out.
Prank,
We own the
prank,
podcast.
prank him, John.
Kick him out. Welcome back to another episode.
Welcome to back to the episode of pranking our best friend with this highly corrosive jar of pickles. Let's see how many pickles can fit.
Yeah.
I
Why
shall
did
not.
that?
What?
Yeah. This is. It's very hard to be writing this love song about me and my friend's two characters when I know basically nothing about their character.
Trying to make a love song?
Yeah, I have to write a love song for some reason.
But why?
Because
What kind of love song?
it's just gonna be about them two falling in love, basically.
Is it country? Is it hip hop? Is it rap? Is it jazz? What the fuck tone are we setting?
I'm just writing words on a piece of paper at this point. Whatever sounds
What?
right puts in. My best friend and I are two characters.
And me pranking your unresponsive body with a highly corrosive jar of pickles.
Yeah.
So, anyways, how many, Firefly, Andy, Nix, how many more stories
Andy-
do you think you have left to pump out?
Well,
I only have like one other relationship.
because I've only had
Like,
3 relationships.
It was the first one, but like not that much context really.
Alright, Firefly, you go first. You say your one more, or however, like your one more left to say, I guess.
Okay. So this is placed in still 2023, but a lot earlier on. I had just graduated high school, again at 18. Actually, no, this is right before. This is the day of graduation, or day before, day after, or something. For all seniors to go to this party. I forgot what kind of party. I think it was like senior bash. Of course, you had to pay. Like school rips off their children, but we went. It was like at night, and it was this pretty damn good place in the middle of the damn woods. With like karaoke, dancing, drinks, snacks, all the works, hiking, all that. It's some fun stuff. I met this girl. She was cute, same age, everything.
Yeah.
We met during the party, not on the bus ride there. And we kind of just hung out with each other, did karaoke, did some games. And then on the bus ride back, I asked her to be my girlfriend, and she said yes, and we sealed it. We sealed it with a kiss. The unfortunate part is that, and everything afterwards is text and call based because apparently she was afraid of her parents. I don't know why she didn't give me an explanation. But like for introducing me, because like I had free time, I was working and shit. I was like, hey, I could just drive on over. He's like, no, I don't want to. Don't know how my parents would respond, as of course normally you do. And she had a weird obsession with dragons, and her favorite thing was suffer. Because I was getting literally exasperated for certain things, including the parent thing. I even joke sometimes like, what if I just showed up? Like, hey, what's poppin'? Well, go ahead.
When you mean weird obsession with dragons, what do you mean?
Oh no, not that kind. She was just obsessed with them, and I just found that weird. She liked dragons. She would send me a bunch of different images about just showing dragon images and shit, like logos.
Like wings of fire dragons, or like just like mythology?
Just dragons in general. She had like trinket dragons and shit. It was just an obsession with dragons, and since I wasn't into it, I just found it weird.
I mean, not the weirdest thing I've heard of.
No, I will say, when that relationship ended, the next one did begin. Because it had been an entire month of texting and calling back and forth, and even at that early point in time, I had realized that my love language is physical affection. I cannot just talk and express things normally because I'm an autistic little freak. I prefer physical emotions because it just I can language better with that, and so I broke it up with her, and then I started the one with the janitorial in person. So I mean that one wasn't too bad, but it didn't last for very long, despite its magical beginning.
Okay, I'd like to say this. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna do my story. Sorry if I interrupted you by laughing so when you said, what was it, the damn forest? I had Percy Jackson. I didn't know if you heard that, but I was dying laughing when you said the damn forest. Because my friend had a Percy Jackson book right on her bed, and I was looking at it, and right when you said that, I was looking at it, and I was like,
The day you forced
damn.
what?
Damn forest. You said damn forest or something like that. I don't know if you don't get the joke. Do you know? How much do you know about Percy Jackson?
I've read all of his books. Well, all of Rick Riordan's books. I've read all of them. You will not find anybody better knowledgeable than me.
Well, good to know. Good to know. I'm a well versed, and I haven't read all of the books, but I read.
I've read them all. Nerd.
I watch a lot of
Plebeian, weak
and
old.
Iron. So right when you said,
What are you talking about?
he said damn trees, and I went to Percy Jackson. Not Sunny. That's one second.
I don't recall saying damn trees.
You did say damn forest or something like that, and I just started dying.
I said it was in a forest.
You said damn something, and I swear it was damn forest.
Whatever.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm going.
Okay, bye, idiot. Sorry.
Fuck you too, bitch.
I'm not muted. Anyway.
Jumper.
Sorry, you were fighting. Anyway, oh yeah, the story about the guy I dated. The one guy I dated.
Yeah. Tell that story, please.
Okay. This was a while. This was first grade. This is. I'm in sixth grade.
Count. Okay, sixth grade maybe.
I'm in sixth grade right now. So this is back. So this probably doesn't count anyway because we dated for a day. Bro begged me.
That doesn't count, bro.
I said earlier, if you haven't dated for a week or more, it don't count, bro.
It don't count.
That don't count.
Pick a better one. We need a story that lasts longer than a day.
Bro, they told the other two stories, and they only dated 3 people. And technically, the guy doesn't count because it was only a day.
I've said 4 stories, and all of them lasted over a month.
Yes, I've said a couple, and all of them lasted at least a month.
Yeah. Yeah. Get with the times.
Yeah, exactly. What's Andy doing right now, if I may ask?
She's just getting out of the shower, so she'll be back in a minute.
She's disappeared into the abyss.
Damn, she decided, okay, I'm gonna take a fucking shower while I leave you on air.
Also,
We just want this real quick. Do we have school tomorrow?
It's Monday. Tomorrow's Monday, so I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Also, Sunny, if you
Over.
Also, Sunny, if I would wait until you are in a sane, stable state of mind before you open the raw files of the role play, because those are
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Okay.
wait until you're stable mind.
Alright, I will. I will. I got time. Kind of running. I'm kind of running everywhere while I record this. But anyways, I dated this person. I have a handful of stories I can tell, and I mean, I probably can't tell them all in this sesh. And one of them I legally cannot tell on the air because I'm writing a book about it. Anyway, anyway.
It's not okay.
Bro, let me make it sound more dramatic than it is. So, anyways, anyways, I dated. So I dated this one person after fucking. Okay, who do I want to? Okay, who do I want to? Who do I want to tell? Which one do I want to say? Yeah, let's go with him. Let's go with. I got three more stories for you before we end this episode. One. Okay, let me start with. Okay, Moon Knight. Midnight, not Moon Knight. Midnight. I dated them. Back in 2022, and they were my second co-host on this podcast. Just saying. We also in a poly relationship. That factor was because of moi, and they agreed to it. So, yeah. Anyways, we dated for a while. It was a regular relationship, not gonna lie. And then we broke up. Decided to stay friends. And one day they stopped talking to me, and I don't know why I haven't talked to them since. there's the first one. Hold on, give me one sec. Anyways, these two stories are crazy because I am pansexual and asexual. This is how I found out. These two stories are how I found out I was asexual. So I dated this guy. I dated this guy named Shadow. Rest in peace, Shadow. He is dead now. Anyways, I dated this dude named Shadow, and he was a great guy. Also, I dated him in person, and he was the only gay guy in a town full of homophobes and transphobes. So you can see where this goes. Anyways, I dated him. We were together for a while, and he would come to my place after school. This was after I dropped out in the 8th grade, by the way. He would come together come to my place after school just to hang out. We'd hang out, smoke weed. Sometimes he spent the night, and we'd cuddle and have schmear. Anyways, anyways, but every time we had smacks, I was just limp ragdoll, and so I was like, okay, maybe I just don't like having smacks with dudes, And also during this relationship, when I first met him, he asked me out, right? And I'm like, sure, why not? Why not date you? This might be interesting. So we start getting to know each other. We start talking. We start getting to know each other. We start all of a sudden. We start getting to know each other. Conversation rolls into all of a sudden things we haven't conversation done, and I'm like things we haven't. We were talking about how I talked smacks before, and we were talking about how I never had my first kiss, and like we were talking about this, that, and the other thing. And he thought I was lying, this, that, and the other thing. I never had my first kiss, and I'm like, thought I was lying. No, I am being serious. And I'm like, and then I am being serious. He looks at me and he's like, oh damn, and then you're serious. He looks at me and he's like, oh, he didn't say that out loud, you're serious. But I could tell that's what he was thinking. He didn't say that out loud, but I could tell that's what he was thinking. And like, he's like, he's just like, and like we're walking, right? We're like walking around town, and then he's like, "Come here," and I'm like, "Okay." So I come closer. We're like, we're face to face now, pretty much. We can touch each other. We can have a hug. He kisses me out of nowhere. That is the story of my first kiss, and for him. It was good. It was amazing. Not gonna lie.
Horrible.
But anyways, what?
Me and Nix just like we were acting out what you just said. Because we went. Wait. Gay panic is what happened.
Not gay panic.
Anyways, so he years later, we've been dating for a while, and it was a good relationship, and it is like it was almost a year later, right? We've been through several seasons by now, and he's moving away. Him and his family is moving away, so we mutually decide, let's break up. Long distance doesn't really work out with these sort of things, and so let's just break it. Let's just break up. And so we decide to break up, and after that, years down the line, I'm hanging out with a few of my friends, and they're like, "Hey, have you heard about Shadow lately?" And I'm like, "Oh, I haven't heard anything about Shadow." And they're like, "Apparently, he killed himself." So, yeah.
How'd you feel? How'd you act?
How did you feel about that?
Yeah.
It was definitely something.
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah, it was definitely something, and I mean, for sure, everything but the best.
One of the best things we can do for those who have passed is to keep living, but memories
Yeah,
memories we have with them still exist, and we can always look back on them fondly,
yeah.
despite
I mean,
despite the bittersweet ending.
he's the one that turned me into a fucking witch. But yeah. Oh, get this. One time we were hanging out at my place, and we had a bunch of weed, but we didn't have any rolling paper, and I had an empty notebook, so we just used notebook paper to roll joints.
Did it taste good? I don't know how that works.
It was all right. It was all right. It did.
I've known.
Yes, inhaling and burning chemically created school notebooks, a classic.
Yeah.
That ink must have been juicy.
Anyways, second story is years after, like after Shadow moved away, and before I found out that he killed himself. What happened is the fact that I dated this girl, right, and she and her sister were both like both wanted to date me. Damn. Anyways, I remember that fondly. But anyways, I dated this girl, and we dated for a while, right? And she she was still in school, and like obviously I said I dropped out in the 8th grade. She invites me to prom, and like we go to the school, sign all the papers. School allows me to come onto the premise for the prom, right? She invites me to her prom. I agree. That's how we started dating, by the way. And day of prom rolls by. She has a family emergency, cannot make
family
it.
emergency,
So I
cannot
bought.
make it.
I bought. Somehow I got my hands on a tuxedo.
Somehow I got my
And I
hands on
got
a
my hands on a
tuxedo,
lot of shit.
and I
ready
got
to
my
go
hands
for
on a
prom.
lot of shit
ready to go for prom. And I prepared myself days in advance just to not go. Anyways, that sucked. But we hung out a lot after that day, and we walked around town. We kissed. We did the normal things couples did. We also had smacks. Anyways, I was still a ragdoll during that too, so that's how I found out I was
Yeah, new
asexual.
experience.
So, I was like, I'm a ragdoll when I'm with a guy. I'm a ragdoll when I'm with a girl. Maybe I'm just not into smacks. Yeah.
Maybe you're just classified as a ragdoll. Do you glitch? Do you like no clip into the bed as well?
I'm just, I'm just there. I just exist. um,
Well, it's
and
not a factor of like it. If it's only a factor of liking it or don't, is if it doesn't feel good.
yeah, I mean, to be honest, I could give a rat's ass one way or another.
Fair, fair.
Um,
Same.
yeah. Anyway, but I mean, like, I'm at the point where I will have sex. I would have smacks with whoever. Like, if I'm dating somebody, I would have smacks with them if they want to. Just for them, you know.
The other guest is asking if they want to add something.
Sure, you can add some.
Hi, it's Andy. I wanted to add something to the blunt thing.
Yeah.
I know somebody that will just go to the store and get like cigar shells, and it's like cigar shells, but with like the tobacco in it, and then they'll crack it open, take out the tobacco, and then put the weed.
Sounds interesting.
This is the person I'm thinking of, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Confirmed. Okay, that's the guy. But that's what I wanted to add. So.
Yeah. Anyways, back to my story about girl who I had smacks with. After so we eventually break up, right? Friggin' she. Okay, so we're hanging out the day we break up, right? And all of a sudden, not even her, like two of her friends break up with me for her.
What?
And, yeah, and I'm sitting over here and I'm like, what are we in middle school?
What?
Yeah.
If
And I'm like, yeah.
If I want to break up with somebody, I'll get my friends to be like, "Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
rumor and this rumor about me," and then they'll believe it, and then they'll break up with me. That's how I.
Yeah. Anyways, we break up, right? And the breakup, it's it was definitely something. It hurt. It was sad, mad, all the emotions. You know, it was something for me. It was definitely something. And okay, get this. Years later, I'm talking years later, a cop shows up at my house and asks me, "Hey, did you know this person?" and says my ex's name. And I'm like, yeah, I know her. I knew her. We were friends and everything. And they're like, did you ever date? And I'm like, not really. Lying to myself, obviously. And they're like, did you ever have smacks with them or whatever? And I'm like, not really. No, and I'm like, no, we did not. And I obviously lying through my teeth. And friggin', because apparently she was claiming I raped her.
I'm glad you lied through your teeth, because literally, if you admitted to that, that was probably all the ammunition they would have needed, because in this day and
Yeah.
age, anybody would believe anybody else if they had enough backing.
Yeah. So what? Firefly, you got any more stories?
Nah, I'm all out of ex relationships, bro.
Um,
I'm
um, so I'm out of story today. Andy, you got any?
I have too many to remember because I mostly all trauma blocked them.
Do you have any on the top of your head that you can remember right now?
Um, I can
Can we
only
just talk about your current boyfriend?
no, but I can only
No, we're talking about exes.
I can only
Yeah.
with a guy on a rooftop because I was at a party on a rooftop. So.
Oh, tell us about that one.
Did that last more than a week?
Yeah, did that last more than a week? Let's start with that one. Let's start with the question.
They wouldn't stop talking to me for a week.
That's not the question.
Okay. That's not the question.
I was making out.
Was it a one-time fling, or was it last more than a week?
It was like I don't really know. I'm pretty sure the guy was drunk and was just like
So one time.
yeah.
Don't count. It don't count.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't count.
I think I can remember.
So, if you got nothing on the top of your head as of for today, well, that's all we have for today, everyone. I have been your host. They have been your co-hosts, and also that has been your very special guest for today. And remember, don't do drugs alone. Do them with your family. And we'll see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.